We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Tonight, an intriguing matchup between the San Diego Padres and the Chicago Cubs. Cubs baseball starts right now. Jose Quintana is on the mound for game 2. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, thanks, Matt. Lefty Jose Quintana taking the bump right now. Really like this guy. Not overpowering, but great command of the fastball. And he does something a lot of lefties don't do. He'll come in with that fastball to righties. 3-pitch guy. Fastball, curveball, changeup, throws all 3 for strikes. Not an overpowering guy, but he is really a control artist.
Line drive base hit into the left center field gap.
Hey guys, loud contact right out of the gate. I like where this is headed. Let's hope that this is the start of just a monster offensive output by both sides.
Here's Will Myers. In past meetings with Jose Quintana, a number of meetings, he's 1 for 7. Here comes the first pitch.
Count 1-0.
Well, guys, as we look at the Cubs coming into play here tonight, they've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
Yeah, Matty, I always felt like these were huge games, whether it's earlier in the season or later in the season, to find a way to get to 500. You feel like you can start fresh and start pushing in a different direction. You cannot continue to ride that seesaw of win one, lose one. This team has to get hot. Starts today.
The 1-1. Ground ball to second. This could be 2. To second for 1. On to Rizzo at first, and they get them both.
That is the left fielder, Tommy.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And up next, it'll be the outfielder, Tommy Pham. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
2-pitch mix here. If you're in the batter's box, you're looking for something up. Sinker changeup right here. Got to get it up.
So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Joe McDonald.
You know, you got to take your time and feel Joe McDonald out behind the dish a little bit. He has a tendency to move his zone around, usually settling in those middle innings.
You know, all you ask for an umpire is to be consistent. At times, Joe Mack is a little bit too inconsistent, particularly from a pitcher standpoint.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Souza on the move. He gets there to make the play, and that ends the inning. So no runs on 1 base hit, no errors, and no one left on. And now it'll be the Cubs' turn in a scoreless ball game. Joey Lucchesi gets the start for San Diego in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
You know, Matt, it's awfully tough getting a lot of no decisions as a starting pitcher, but he was able to pick up his first win of the year in his last start. Hopefully, his mojo starts turning around.
And that brings up Javi Baez. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Cubs, the shortstop, Javier Baez.
Now here's the pitch. Guys, the swinging Friars as they take the field here tonight. They come in scuffling a bit of late, just 2-4 over their last 6 games.
Yeah, Matty, what I need to see out of this offense today is some early production. Somebody's got to get on base and put the defense on their heels. They've been struggling recently. They're not swinging the bats well. They got shut out yesterday, and this offense needs to adjust itself.
Pham arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first out.
Batting second, the second baseman, David Bodie.
Now batting, David Bodie. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Here's the pitch. Line to the right side. Myers is there. 2 down.
Batting third, the third baseman, Fred.
Now with the plate, Chris Bryant. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch.
Well, if you could throw it for a strike consistently, a first pitch changeup is effective. Hitters are almost never looking for it.
And that misses. 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
That's where he wants that sinker to end up, but that was a nice job of laying off.
Oh, not cheated on that one. It's 2-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Fouled away.
Well, somebody's sitting off speed right here. Only way he was late on that heater is he was expecting another changeup.
And another foul ball. And here's a good sinker now, but it misses. 3-2.
Hey, this guy's a hard guy to put away. He's fouling off some tough pitches. 2-2 count, and he just seems to keep hanging right in there.
Smoked on the ground up the middle. Dozier with a great stop. Hats off to that one. 3 thumbs up here in the booth following this gorgeous play at second base. We're off to the second, scoreless on the show. New inning set to get underway. Next to the plate for the Padres, Fernando Tatis Jr. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Into center field, line drive, base hit. With that, the inning opens with the Padres getting their leadoff man on base.
Yeah, he's going to have to work that sinker down in the zone. That's his bread and butter pitch, and if he's going to leave that belt high, that's going to spell disaster.
Digging in now, Manny Machado. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. From the belt, kicks and deals. And lay off a fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0.
That's a great call right there. Fastball away with a guy who's got some jets on first base. Almost like a hybrid pitch out. Great for a catcher if that guy's running. Easy transfer throw to second base.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. A high fastball is in there. Machado has all the necessary skills to play great defense on the left side of the infield, and it makes him really fun to watch. He can pick it with the best of them, but what sets him apart is the huge arm. It's accurate, it's incredibly strong, certainly has the ability to uncork a throw and beat a runner when he needs to, and it's impressive to watch.
Yeah, anybody that has the ability to go to their backhand and to absolutely fire a cannon across the infield is a huge asset to have.
Now a throw over to first, and the runner will get back standing. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
This is where you cash your checks right here. 3-1. You're one of the best hitters in the game. You live for situations like this.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out.
Always tough to issue a free pass, but especially troublesome when you give up a single right before that to start the inning. We'll see if he can figure out a way to wiggle out of this.
Here's Brian Dozier now. He's set. Here it comes. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Has a look. Now the pitch. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Tatis at second. Machado on at first with nobody out. Softly hit down to third. Likely no shot at 2. Oh, and he has some trouble with it, and he indeed takes only the out at first as the runners move to second and third with 1 away now.
At 7, the first baseman, number 22, Josh Naylor.
Now at the plate, Josh Naylor. He was hitless in the shutout last night. First offering on its way. Too high. 1-0.
Props to the hitter right there for laying off with a guy on third. You want to be aggressive, but you have to get a pitch you can drive.
The 1-0. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike.
This pitcher's bringing it with some high velo. You better get that front foot down early and get ready, or he's going to throw it right by you.
Here it comes on 1-1. And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play. Struck him out. And now they'll likely need a base hit to get that runner home from third. So striding forward now, Francisco Mejia. It's been a really slow start to the season for him, as you can see by the April numbers on your screen. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And he fouls this one off. No score here as we play inning number 2. Line toward the alley in left center. That's in there. Base hit. The run scores from second. It's a 2-0 ball game.
Hey, this one's a long way from being over, D-Roll, but that big base hit right there gives him a 2-run lead.
Yeah, Dan, without question right there. Huge at bat. Gives his team the lead. Hopefully the pitcher's able to settle down now. He's got some runs on his back, and he's able to go out and execute.
At the plate, Joey Lucchesi. As the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. 0-1 count. Here it comes. And it's fouled away. Here's the 0-2. Now a fastball as he just reared up and let that one fly, and the inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. On now to the bottom of the second. It's the Padres 2 and the Cubs nothing. Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. Couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night.
Hey, we're still in the early stages of this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
No balls and 1 strike. Too much dip on the sinker, laid off for a ball. One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. And the sinking fastball called strike 3, and that's out number 1. So the base is empty here with 1 away, and into bat next, the left-handed hitting first baseman Anthony Rizzo. Now the pitch. Well thrown sinker that time, down but in the strike zone. And it's quickly 0-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit back up the middle, fielded cleanly, and that's the 2nd out.
Batting 6, the left fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the left-handed hitting Kyle Schwarber. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Left fielder giving chase. He gets there to make the play, and that ends the inning. So they go down without a whimper here. We played 2 full. It's the Padres 2 and the Cubs nothing. Digging in for his second at-bat, Juan Lagares, a base hit in his first trip.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. A bouncer up the middle. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Leadoff single to start the 3rd right now. From an offensive standpoint, keep the aggressive at-bats happening. Keep the pressure on the defense. Everything's looking good right now.
So here's Will Myers as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. And a fastball here that's taken for ball 2.
He's going to have a talk with the umpire after this half inning, because if he's not going to get those calls, he's got to come a little bit more over the heart of the plate, and that usually means damage done.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. Ball even at 2-2. Nobody out, runner on first. Now a fastball inside, and he works it back to a full count now.
Not a time to fool around right now on a 3-2 count with the middle part of the order coming up. Expect a good pitch to swing at.
Now the payoff pitch home. Line drive, base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Dan, as a former pitcher, are you privy to this guy? I mean, he's been swinging the bat well. I know it's only April, but he's been using the entire field, staying line to line.
That's what makes it so hard as a pitcher when you can't go one way. When you pitch a guy in, he pulls it. When you throw it away, he hits it the other way. He's having that ability right now just to be able to get the barrel to it, and he's having a real strong beginning this season.
0 for 1 for him here in this one. Pham with an even 1-1 count now. From the belt, the pitch. Line towards center field. And that's in there. Base hit. Lagares rounds the corner and is headed home. He will score as they extend their lead to 3. And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound and hopefully try and settle this guy down a bit. And that'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike 1. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Comes set and the 0-1. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
2 well executed pitches at the knees right there, but I know this hitter's looking for something up.
Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2.
You know, I think he's having a hard time with that curveball right now, and that's part of the reason why he struggled early on in the start. It's so important to have command of those secondary pitches, or hitters just start sitting on the hard stuff.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. First and second here with nobody out. Ripped down the first base line. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down. And the runner will score from second. And he is in there.
Sometimes you just got to trust your hands. That pitch probably wasn't even in the zone, and he was able to fight it off for a base hit.
The Chicago manager up out of the dugout now as he'll make the slow walk to the mound. And he's going to make a change as that'll do it for Jose Quintana. So as he leaves, I would imagine these fans would not be much pleased with his performance here this evening, as he certainly was not sharp. Jarrell Cotton is going to come on to pitch here, and in just the 3rd inning, you have to think he'll be asked to eat some innings.
Number 45, Jarrell Cotton.
Manny Machado will be the first one to greet him here, as he'll be doing so with the runner in scoring position and still nobody out. From the belt, the pitch.
Nope.
Fastball runs a bit inside here. It's 1-0. Cotton, a former member of the Oakland A's. He was acquired via trade last year.
Yeah, this guy's fully settled in with this ball club right now. Knows what the manager and coaching staff expect from him. Is not taken aback by anything. He's been through the spring training process and gotten to know everybody in this organization top to bottom.
2-0 now.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
Outside, 3-0 now. Brian Dozier waits on deck. Set to deliver on 3-0, and he misses ball 4, so he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
The batter, number 9.
Brian Dozier at the plate, 3 across so far in the inning, and another 2 out there on base.
Yeah, Matt, and this inning's really starting to get away from them on the defensive side of the ball. Stranding the rest of those guys out here feels absolutely essential for them at this point.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Righty against righty as this is taken for a ball. It's 1-0. 3 runs already home here. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. Now a swing and a fly ball. And it's a foul ball. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Here's another 1-2. Took something off there as this pitch is in the dirt, but handled quickly behind the plate. Runners at the corners here, nobody out. Fouled off. Swing and a miss, and that's a much needed first out there. Coming to the plate now, Josh Naylor, and their runners at the corners now. First pitch of the at-bat. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike.
Jumped ahead with strike 1 there, and that's something he's going to do a lot of in this start. He doesn't have lights out stuff, so it's important for him to be pitching ahead and have the hitters on their heels.
A ball and a strike to the Padres first baseman. Fouled away. Now a curveball knocked down at home plate, and a nice job to keep the runners at bay as the count moves to 2-2. That's lifted the other way out to left. Catch made in left. Here comes the runner for the plate. And a 6th run will come across on the sac fly. It's now 6-zip.
Usually when you score a lot of runs in one inning like this inning, you're doing a lot of things right. And how about this? A sac fly to drive in another run. They have to be happy with this.
So a runner at first with 2 away, and that'll bring in the catcher, Francisco Mejia. From the stretch. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. That evens it up 1-1. 4 runs here in this half inning. Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2. And he fouls this one off. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
And it's fouled away. Here's the payoff pitch. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. 2 out with the man at first. And a good at-bat that time as he lays off for ball 4. And as a result, that'll move a runner up into scoring position now with 2 away.
That's a nice job to work that walk right there. Even if it doesn't lead to anything on the scoreboard this inning, it prevents the pitcher from having to lead off in the next one. Just one of those small things that might go unnoticed, but in the end, make a big difference.
Here comes the first pitch. Joey Lucchesi will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. 0-1. Here's the pitch. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1.
I'll tell you, it's a helpless feeling for a manager or a pitching coach when your pitchers are having a really hard time throwing strikes. What are you supposed to do other than keep trying new guys until someone starts attacking the zone?
The 1-1 home is a slider that can't catch the outside.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
The 2-1 home is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
I think it's about time to choke up on that bat and get that foot down. He's awfully tardy right now.
And that misses, so it's a full count. 3-2.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Now the 3-2 pitch. And he misses here, ball 4. And somehow he manages to walk his opposite number. Wow.
Man, that's just painful for a pitcher right there. A 3-2 offering that was right on the corner, but he couldn't get him to chase, and he doesn't get the call. Can't beat yourself up about that one too much.
Here's Juan Lagares. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Weak grounder down the line at third. Throw on to first will finally retire him as the inning will draw to a close. So they strike for 4 runs in the inning, but are denied a chance to really do damage as they leave the bases loaded. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. The Padres lead it 6-0.
Welcome back as the Cubs look to get their bats going here in the 3rd inning. And you can say they've been trying to do that pretty much all year. One coach told me before the game, there are certainly plenty of areas for us to improve offensively, but first and foremost, we need to start by putting the ball in play more often. There's too much swing and miss in our game. And the stats do back that up, as they currently rank near the bottom of the league in strikeouts, so that appears to be an area of emphasis going forward, guys.
All right, Heidi, thank you. At the plate, Steven Souza. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going, so what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
Now the pitch.
Ball 1, no strike.
Hey, with this big a lead, you have to just pound the zone and force this team to get aggressive in the box.
A ball and a strike.
One strike.
Line toward the gap in left center. And that's the first hit in this one for the Cubbies.
Well, that's not a bad pitch right there. That's a pretty good sinker. He just happens to hook that one right into left field for a base hit.
Yeah, he got the bat head out right there, Dan, and was able to get that one to left field.
Into the box, Albert Almora. From the stretch, runner goes for second. Pitch outside. The throw is in time as Mejia got him on a great throw.
Well, he tried to turn a single into a double by stealing second on the first pitch, but they were ready for it. Good catch and throw from behind the plate, and it's like that base hit never happened.
The 1-0 home is taken, strike one. One out, nobody on. And they'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Now here it comes.
One thing that could nag at you as a pitcher is having to work really hard to get a guy that you think you should be able to cruise right through. He's not known for his offensive prowess, but he's putting together a real nice at bat here.
And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
Countful.
Easy fly ball into shallow center field. And he will make the play out there, and there are two away now.
Batting ninth, the pitcher, Gurriel Cotton.
Now to the plate, the pitcher, Jarrell Cotton. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. This is flared out towards second. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Nothing happening there for the Cubbies. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. Start of the fourth upcoming, but first, Heidi Watney standing by with a report.
Matt, I talked with San Diego's manager during the inning break about the Padres' offensive production to this point. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He said their ability to get on the attack and chase the opposing starter from the game prior to the fourth inning obviously sets them up nicely for the rest of the game. Now, he just hopes they can keep that same focus at the plate in the middle and late frames, Matt.
Thank you, Heidi. Ready for another shot now. Will Myers. He scored after reaching on a single in his last time up.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
High and deep down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands.
This right-handed pitcher, his bread and butter is that two-seamer, and he loves to throw it inside.
A 1-2 count to Will Myers.
2 strikes.
And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2.
What pitch recognition right there. 90% of the guys are going fishing after that nasty slider.
Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. The Cubs are into their bullpen now, as there are the final numbers for their starter. Certainly not the night he wanted to have.
Hey, this certainly wasn't the outing he was looking for when he left the bullpen while warming up. Too many pitches over the heart of the plate. 4 home runs. That's right. 4 home runs he allowed in this one.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Legs churning. He's headed for second. Arms pumping. He's hustling for third. The relay, but he is in there with a triple.
You don't get too many pitches a day in the big leagues middle cut. His eyes lit up right there. This pitcher's lucky he's not getting another ball from the umpire.
Up next is Fernando Tatis Jr. as he'll swing and hit this one hard, but foul off to the left and out of play. A couple of RBIs for him already, and a chance for more here. Ready with the 0-1. Popped him up. Contreras over to his left, and that's the second out of the inning.
Now batting, the third baseman, Manny Machado.
Here's Manny Machado now. No official at bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. Hot shot to third. Bryant is up with it. Throw pulls the first baseman off the bag. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score.
Well, if anybody was wondering why they're losing, there's the reason. When you're given a chance to make a big play, you've got to make it, or you're going to be on the wrong end of games more often than not.
So it's a runner at first as a result of the throwing error, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Brian Dozier. First pitch on its way. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. And that's right there, and we're even at 1. Fouled off. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight. So 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error in the inning, and a runner left. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. The Padres on top, 7-0. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Javier Baez. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Got him reaching there. Strike 2. swung on in the dirt for the third strike. And the throw is there to record the first out. Now to the plate, David Bodie. Hit it hard but lined out in his first at bat.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little frustrating when you square one up. You hit a solid line drive like he did, and all you have to show for it is a jog back to the dugout. That can get in your head for a little while.
Bodie playing here in his age 26 season. He was taken in the 18th round during the first-year player draft of 2012.
Hey, this guy's got a chance to be an absolute steal. Being drafted where he was, there are definite signs that he has a chance to make an impact at the big league level.
Hit the other way out toward right field. After it is Myers. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, third baseman, Chris Bryant.
Here's Chris Bryant now. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. First pitch coming. Here it is.
1-0.
The 1-0. Bounce towards the second baseman. Dozier has it. Oh, and he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head.
Wow, you see some throwing errors sometimes, but you don't see them from the second baseman that often. Looked like he was trying to aim it instead of throwing it, and the result is an E4.
Next to hit will be Wilson Contreras. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. He's set and the pitch. On the outside, Black. Good pitch called for a strike. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch.
Outside, that's the ball.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. No runs, just 1 hit, 1 error for the Cubs to this point. And a sinker there, swung on and missed for out number 3. Cubs strand 1. They're down by a touchdown, 7-0. Ready for another chance? Josh Naylor earned himself an RBI with a sac fly his last time at the plate.
Josh Naylor.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Inside, ball 1.
Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty, but hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
Well, I'll tell you, from where I'm sitting, it looks like he's starting to rush his delivery out there. Someone needs to remind him to stay back and let his arm get out front.
3-1.
You maybe get 2 pitches a game where all the guesswork goes out the window. This is certainly that situation.
Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1.
2. 3-2.
sliced hard on the ground. And the fifth inning will start with a ground out, one away.
The batter, the catcher, Francisco Mejia.
Digging in, Francisco Mejia. It was a walk in his last trip. He's ready. Here's the first offering. The high fastball is in there. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Pulled toward right center field. On the run is Almora. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away.
The pitcher, number 37, Joey Lucchesi.
Up next, it'll be the pitcher for the Padres, Joey Lucchesi. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Hey!
Seven runs, 8 hits, and 1 error for the Padres so far.
That's a ball.
And this is high, a ball and a strike.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Fouled away. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego, and they hold a 7-0 lead. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cubs to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. He said they've been chasing at pitches out of the zone all game, which obviously doesn't usually lead to good results. Until they start being more selective with their swings, he said they will continue to struggle.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Bottom of the inning now. Stepping into the box, Anthony Rizzo. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, Matty, and it looked like a sinker in his last AB that got him to roll over. Kind of similar situation right here. Similar stuff on the mound. Look for them to try and get him to do exactly the same thing as his last AB. He's got to fight to get it elevated just a little bit more.
The 1-0 home. As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. And there's one down now.
Up next to the Cubs, the left fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
So digging in now, Kyle Schwarber. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. One and 1 to Schwarber. Now the 1-1 pitch. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
That's how you open up the outside part of the plate. Pound 2 balls in and then get right back outside. Nice pitch.
And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. One out, nobody on. And he fouls this one off. The 2-2 one more time. And he pops it up. There to pull it in is Machado, and that's out number 2.
The right fielder, number 21, Steven Souza Jr.
Stepping in, Steven Souza, a base hit in his first trip.
Yeah, guys, still the only hit in this game so far. They've been pretty well shut down. Guys on the mound have really much controlled the whole outcome up until this point.
Starts things here with a changeup for a called strike. 2 out, nobody on. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. To first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So a strong start on the mound as he's blanked him through the first 5. 5 innings complete. The Padres lead it 7-0. The San Diego batting order turns over and set to go. Juan Lagares. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Good slider there. Gets a swing and miss. Behind 0-2 now. And he goes up the ladder on him, but he lays off 1-2.
Love the high heater right there to raise the hitter's sights. Let's see if he buries something in the dirt right here.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Easy fly ball into shallow center field. And that's in there, base hit.
Well, talk about having a pretty special game. That's his 3rd single of the game, D-Row. 3 for 4. Not a bad game.
Yeah, just not trying to do too much, Dan. Taking what the pitcher's giving him right here. If the fastball's away, shooting it the other way. If he's got something hanging in the middle of the plate, turning and burning a little bit. Nice execution.
In now, Will Myers, as he'll watch a slider that stays inside for ball 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. And here's a fastball that's nowhere near the zone. It's 2-0 now.
Maybe a bit of an overthrow there, guys. May have let that front side open up a little early to try to hump up on a fastball and sailed on it.
3-0 now.
This inning hasn't started ideally for him on the mound, but here on 3-0, you have to have the mentality that you're only a strike and or a ground ball double play away from getting back on track.
Taking all the way, and it's 3-1 now. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. That misses. So a single and a walk, and it's 1st and 2nd with nobody out.
Now batting, the left fielder, Tommy Pham.
Ready once again, Tommy Pham. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. First offering on its way.
Looked like he was going to wait him out, see if he was going to come over the heart of the plate. Well, newsflash, he is, and this hitter's going to adjust his batting gloves, and he better be ready in the box.
from the stretch.
Look out, 1-1. Nope, outside.
Hey, lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball in play hard.
Changeup called a strike, and he comes back even at 2-2.
Probably better that he let that pitch go anyway. After seeing a lively fastball on the pitch before, it's pretty hard to sit back enough on a well-thrown changeup.
The 2-2. And now this ball's lifted in the air down the right field line, but this will get back into the seats, so the count holds at 2-2. Has a look, now the pitch. Lofted in the air out to right field. After it is Souza, but he's not going to get there, and he's headed for extra bases again. Lagares isn't stopping. Here he comes to the plate. He scores as they push their lead to 8 now.
Wow, last night must seem like a million years ago. They couldn't get anything going, but they're lighting it up in this one.
Junior.
Into the box, Fernando Tatis Jr. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Popped him up. Rizzo moving to his left. 1 out.
Great scoring opportunity miss right there. You talk about frustration. Popping it up with 2 runners in scoring position. He'd like to get that one back.
In now, Manny Machado. He was able to reach base thanks to an error in his last at-bat. First offering on its way, and it's fouled away. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. A line shot to third base.
Up next for the Padres, the second baseman, Brian Dozier.
Digging in now for San Diego, Brian Dozier, 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. Looking to minimize the damage here.
Nope.
He'll hold off on the slider. Bat. It's ball 1.
Well, this has been a lot of pitches for him out of the bullpen. As you can see there, they're asking a lot of him in this one, so I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a day off or 2 after this one.
And this is just off the outside corner, ball 2.
Hey, doubled up on breaking balls there outside. Now might be the time to bust that fastball in.
Runners at second and third with 2 gone. Too high, and it's 3-0.
Well, he was definitely looking fastball here, and he got one, but that was good discipline to lay off and get himself into a 3-0 count.
And he takes ball 4, so now at least they're set up for the force at any base here with 2 away.
Up next for the Padres, the first baseman, Josh.
Into the box now, Josh Naylor, 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Souza's after it, and he makes the catch as just the one run comes across in the inning. Padres pick up a run on the RBI double. On to the bottom of the 6th. It's the Padres 8 and the Cubs nothing. And now here's the versatile outfielder Albert Almora Jr. will start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that quite frankly has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. One hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
Here comes the first pitch. A ball and no strikes. A 2-ball no strike count to the Cubs center fielder.
Not a great spot to be in right here, 2-0, but I'm not so sure why he's pitching this guy so cautiously. A bottom of the order guy you don't normally see getting pitched like this.
Now here's the pitch.
Yeah.
Can't connect there. It's 2-2. Well, it's been a good outing so far, but he hasn't really racked up the strikeout totals that you might think, Dan.
Yeah, it amazes me how every game you pitch can be so different, Matt. Sometimes it feels like guys can't touch you and you're just punching everyone out. But other times you don't have your good stuff and you really rely on movement and location to get outs. That's been the case for him today, and it's really working.
Nico Horner will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 2, Nico Horner.
Grounded down the third baseline. This is foul for the first strike. The windup and the 0-1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
One and two now.
1 ball.
Yeah, Matty, he's had these guys on a proverbial rocking horse all night, changing speeds, hitting every quadrant. He's tough to hit.
1-2 pitch is a bit high, and he's back to even at 2-2. Protecting with 2 strikes, went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Too high, ball 3.
Looked like he tried to elevate a fastball on that 2-2 pitch there, but kind of overdid it. With a pitch that high, it's pretty easy to lay off if you're the hitter.
This is line to left. And the pinch hitter will not be able to advance the cause, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, the shortstop, Javier Baez.
2 away now for the Cubs in the 6th. And into bat next, the versatile weapon Javier Baez. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Upper part of the zone there, but taken for a strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Two balls and a strike to Javi Baez. All even now, 2-2. Hit hard on the ground to the right. And that is through into right field for a single.
Well, that's only the second hit he's given up tonight, and the first one didn't do any damage. So he's not sweating this one at all. They haven't been able to string anything together.
Stepping into the box, David Bodie. No hits to this point. Ready. Here's the first offering. Line to the right side. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far.
Hey, after back-to-back 2-out hits right now, this pitcher thought he was going to cruise through this inning, and now he's got traffic, and he's in jeopardy with a ball in the gap or a ball missed over the heart of the plate, a crooked number going on the board.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
Ball one.
A ball and no strikes. That swung on and missed. We're even at 1-1.
There's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if they have to incorporate that into their mindset.
Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there. 2 down, runners at first and second. That's strike 2 on a well-placed changeup around the knees. Liner in there for a base hit. The throw home. And he's out. Beautiful throw home to cut down the run. Cubs strand a couple. They're on the short end of an 8-0 score. Alec Mills comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one.
Alec Mills.
Into the box now, Francisco Mejia. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. He's 1 for 2 in this one. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. Mills, a native of Tennessee. He was taken in the 22nd round during the first-year player draft of 2012.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2.
Take a step back right here. After 3 fastballs in a row, there is no chance he throws you a 4th.
The 1-2 is taken for ball 2. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
Standing in now, Joey Lucchesi. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. This is skied into short left center. Schwarber comes on and makes the catch in shallow left for out number 2.
The center fielder, number 7, Juan Lagares.
Here's Juan Lagares now. He's got a base hit tonight. First delivery to him on the way. Fastball too high to start him out here 1-0. High in the air into shallow left center. Schwarber is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. Padres down in order as the lead holds at 8-0. Last half of the seventh here. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Wilson Contreras. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch-outs will stick with you a little longer.
0-1 the count. Hit out towards second. Dozier fields it cleanly. And quickly, there's one down to lead off the frame.
The first baseman, number 44, Anthony Rizzo.
Now at the plate, Anthony Rizzo. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Here comes the first pitch. The windup and the 0-1.
Look out, 1-1.
One out, nobody on. Easy take there on the sinker, well off the outside. Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. And that'll get down out there near the wall. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
Now batting, no left fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
At the plate now, Kyle Schwarber, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Lays off the sinker here, a ball and a strike. Some activity out in the bullpen now as a couple of left-handers begin to stir. Runner at second here with one man out. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 on its way. That's lifted the other way out to left. And that's going to fall for a base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only 1 away.
The right fielder,
hey, this might be their best opportunity to at least get on the board. They've been struggling offensively, and they find themselves with 2 runners on board. Let's see if they can continue it.
Stepping in now, Steven Souza takes this the other way to right. Base hit, and that'll get a run in.
Yeah, and they say better late than never, and that's definitely the case here. They couldn't get anything going through the first 6 frames, but they scratch a run across here in the 7th. We'll see if they can parlay that first run into something more.
Now the skipper of the Padres is up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And a change is forthcoming, as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening. So he'll leave here with 1 out in the 7th as he now hopes the bullpen can go ahead and get him the W. Andres Munoz takes the call from the pen as he'll try to get the final 2 outs of this 7th frame.
Number 52, Andres Munoz.
Albert Almora will be his first assignment here as he'll face him with runners at first and second and 1 gone. He's set. Here it comes.
Count 1-0.
Runners are at first and second with one away. Count even now at 1-1. Comes set. Now the pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Lagares is under it. 2 gone.
The pitcher, number 30, Alex.
Jason Hayward will start to loosen up in the on-deck circle as he'll bat with 2 on and 2 out here.
Jason Hayward.
Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 delivery. Hit hard to the right, but foul. 1-1. Here it comes.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Ripped on the ground to first, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Only 1 in the inning for the Cubs. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. It's the Padres 8 and the Cubs 1. Rowan Wick enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Number 50.
So striding in, Will Myers. He'll start things out for us here in inning number 8.
Will Myers.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss. Oh, I think his eyes lit up when he saw that pitch coming up at his eye level.
Oh, you think? If you've got a good fastball like he does, that location can be really effective. It looks so tempting to the hitter, but making contact on that pitch can be very tough.
Lifted down the line in left, and that will end up a foul ball. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
Pretty standard fastball right there, 0-2. Now he's changed the eye level of the batter so he can start working something in like an off-speed curveball down in the zone.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. He'll try again, 1-2. And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
At the plate, Tommy Pham, as he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1, and he's got a shot at history. Needs to send one over the wall to complete the cycle. Hit the other way out toward right field. Souza is under it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, the shortstop, Fernando Tatis.
At the plate, Fernando Tatis Jr. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory.
Yeah, Matt, he's got to make an adjustment right here. His swing definitely broke down, dropped his back shoulder, and thus the result was a terrible pop-up foul.
1 ball, no strikes to count. Two out, nobody on. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there. Ready with the 2-0 pitch. Looked like he tried to pull it there, but he swings right through the fastball.
Gotta love a reliever that comes in firing bullets, and his fastball is a good one.
And he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now. Manny Machado would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Ready with the payoff pitch. And a good fastball swung on and missed for strike 3, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego, and it remains an 8-1 ball game. Here's Javier Baez. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Swing and a liner, but foul. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. Bat explodes as this has popped up, and he'll steer clear of the flying debris to make the catch here for the first out.
The batter, number 13, second baseman, David Brody.
So 1 gone here in the Chicago 8th, and that'll bring up one of the better clutch hitters on the landscape, David Bodie. Here comes the first pitch.
Ball, that pitch is out.
Well executed fastball right at the knees. Going to be a long day for this offense if he stays in that spot.
And it's 1-2.
I try and tell people all the time, you're facing 90 to 92, 94. You can still see seams. It starts getting above 94. It starts to blur itself a little bit. You start pitching where this guy's at, you're nothing. You're seeing vapor.
The 1-2 pitch. And that's going to be high. 2-2 now. Swing and a line drive. but just foul. Bases are empty, one man out. Down the left field line and deep, and this will not be caught. It's a foul ball.
He got the fastball where he wanted and just pulled off of it.
The 2-2 one more time.
3-2.
These last two guys are making him work quite a bit out there. Both have been long at bats, and all in all, he's had to make 13 throws just to them so far.
One out, nobody on. And he could only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
Now batting.
Striding in, Chris Bryant. He singled his last time up.
This guy has been unbelievable. There were billboards outside Wrigley while he was still in AAA, and what is he doing? He shows up, Rookie of the Year, MVP. I mean, get in line.
Hit down the third base line. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Cubs are down in order. It's still an 8-1 ball game. And in steps Manny Machado. 0 for 2 for him to this point.
Number 13, Manny Machado.
First pitch of the at-bat. Fouled off. Machado now on 0-1.
That's the ball.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
I'm pretty surprised by the location on those last 3 pitches. The book on him is that he hits the away pitch pretty well, and he just saw 3 in a row out there.
So does he go back out there again?
No, Matt, I expect him to mix it up. Most catchers won't call for the same location over and over and over. Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher.
And he'll step on first for the out. 3 on a... Ready now, Brian Dozier. It was a walk in his last trip. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Called a strike on the outer half. 0-1. Here's the pitch. Bases are empty, 1 man out. He struck him out, the 3rd time he's fanned in the game.
Well, we'll see a lot of these power arms coming out of the bullpen in these days, but it doesn't make it any less impressive to me. I love watching guys come in and blow smoke right by guys.
In now, Josh Naylor, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Great curveball there. Really fooled him with that one. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. A good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
That was a good swing right there. It might be the best one he's had all night because he was right on it.
The 1-2.
Ball, that's it.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
And that misses there, so he runs the count full now. Francisco Mejia would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Out of the stretch, the 3-2 pitch home. And there's strike three, so we'll see now if they can manage to hold on to this huge lead as the side is retired. Pretty painless half of the inning all told. On to the bottom of inning number 9. 4, 5, and 6 coming up. Padres lead it 8-1. So in now for Chicago, Wilson Contreras starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. But these guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Counts 1-0.
If he's able to locate that two-seamer down at the knees, he's going to get a ton of swing and miss and a ton of ground balls today.
Left side. Throw on to first in time, one away.
The first baseman, number 44, Anthony Rizzo.
Anthony Rizzo stands across to score. The 0-1 pitch is a fastball that misses. Popped him up. Mejia over to his right. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Now batting, left fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
Cubs are down to their final out now, and next it'll be the left-handed power threat Kyle Schwarber. First pitch on its way. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. And the pitch. Line hard. Foul. The Cubs are down to their final strike here. Off the plate that time and a little high. It's even at 2-2. 2 out, nobody on. On the ground to the left side. Throw to first here will be in time to record the final out, and the Padres have come back to even up this series at a game apiece as this ball game is over.
Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out with a win, but they did just that.
8-1 is the final tonight. San Diego took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Joey Lucchesi earns the win, his second. Jose Quintana permitted 6 earned runs to come across in the losing effort. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter @MLB The Show.
The final line score.